And the other honour that you've had is working with the United Nations as well, isn't it? Could you tell us about that?
Childhood dream. I've seen photos of that building and thought, isn't that interesting? It's the only place on the entire globe that all nations, just about all nations, have an office. And there's an infrastructure where they have to coexist. So some part of me has been called to that building and the principle behind it. And so I was doing my own thing. This is another, I'm also about to write another book this weekend, by the way. It'll be the past weekend by the time people see this, but I haven't decided the title yet. But the point is that when you when you let go of the struggling as much and the suffering as much, there's an energy that is alive in you, which is attractive to others and the universe. And your life begins to change and things improve because you're living with this vitality of being. And so at the United Nations, the night before I went, I wasn't scheduled to be there. And I did what I did for everyone here, this idea, at another meeting where my friend of mine was leading it. And I said, you know what, would it be okay if I share this thing? And she goes, oh, that'd be perfect right now. So I did it, just out of love and joy and not needing or attaching to anything in terms of a result. And I sat back down, and afterwards a woman came over and said, I'm doing a training at the United Nations. Tomorrow's the last day, and I think this principle that you just showed would be really valuable for my 30 leaders from around the world. Do you think you'd be interested in sharing that? It was just like the same thing with Deepak Chopra. It was like, but I just, yeah, it'd be great. So it came from being and doing what I love, and there was a radiance to it. And so the next morning, I was a part of the program. It's actually the UN, I believe it's the UNDP. It's department directors around the world that help facilitate and support the United Nations programs actually happening in the world, whether it's AIDS or women's rights or poverty. So I was working with them on being leaders in their field, doing what they do, working with governments around the world, and still looking at their inner programs, their programs of fear or judgment. One person in one of the nations has in his office people from warring tribes, a history of tribes that were at war with each other. So he had to facilitate them finding some harmonious way for the purpose of the office to come true. So I had to work with them just like we have wars with our partners or spouses or strangers or whatever. It was the same there, just in a different context. So I was extremely honored and had a great time because they laughed and had a good time just like all of us. So I was happy to be there. Thanks for asking.
And I believe they can they see this on YouTube?
What, that training? You mean the one at the United Nations?
Yeah.
That wasn't on YouTube, no. But the principles are the same as the one that you'll see beyond the mind's limitation.
I thought I'd seen some footage with you.
Oh, you know what that was? Excuse me, I forgot. Did I put that on YouTube? Yeah, you know what I did was on my ride home in the cab, because one of the things I do is I create what's called Your Moments, where you get to, I get to be with you around events in the world and help you come to peace about them or your life. They're short clips, and I did a video in the back of the cab saying I just got done working at the United Nations.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen one.
Yeah, you're right. Did I put that on YouTube? If I didn't, I will.
I've seen it somewhere. Yes. If not on your
it's
site.
on my blog.
Yeah,
you know what it is?
That's it.
Yeah. So if you go to my site, which is davidellzey.com, and scroll down the blog page, you'll see that video. It's just 3 minutes of the impact of that on me and hopefully on them at the United Nations.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, David, for allowing me to interview you today. And I'd just like to say to the UK, I'm sure you've been enticed into possibly coming on the training. Certainly we've got some teleconferences, some teleseminars, free teleseminars running as well, haven't we? The next one's going to be the 28th of January. But if you have a look on my site, which is sedonacoaching.co.uk, the 3 dates are listed on there. You'll be able to hear a live 1-hour introduction from David and have chance to speak to David. And also, obviously, there's the live trainings running in Scotland and Brighton, and we both really look forward to seeing you there because they're going to be amazing. And if you want to live the life that you've always dreamed of, a life of, effortless creation and of all possibilities, then I would absolutely be on that course with David.
Thank you,
Thank
Jenny.
you, David.
Oh, my great pleasure. You know what I'm thinking? Let's just repeat the dates for them, and your website. The upcoming courses in Scotland, in Glasgow, is April 23rd, 4th, and 5th. And then in Brighton, in beautiful Brighton, is, at least that's what I hear, is good. I look forward to finding that out and being able to say that too. April 30th through May 2nd. And make sure you say your site again, Jenny, one more time.
It's sedonacoaching.co.uk. So they can get information on there, and you can book on your site, which is davidellzey.com. But my site will lead them through to yours. So.
Great, perfect. All right. Well, thanks, Jenny. I also want to just affirm and say in gratitude what you do for women who are giving birth, because I know there's a lot of fear around that and potential pain, and to have it be a beautiful experience will alter the life of the woman and the child for the rest of their lives. So I'm giving you a high five over the internet.
And like you, David, I've always had this inner feeling about helping people to be who they are and to let go of their limitations. And I've gone through various pathways to get to where I am now. But certainly with hypnobirthing, yes, I mean, it gives power back to women, and they can give birth comfortably and free of pain and fear. So, and children born that way are going to come into this world as different beings.
Right. Amen to that. Great. Well, it's been a pleasure being with you. Thanks for doing this.
And you. Thank you.